Hi, welcome to PC Companion once again, and I am Emmanuel Edusapon. In our previous video, we looked at when Microsoft Word was released and also what it really is and how we can launch it. Well, today we are going to look at the features of a Microsoft Word. Now, upon launching our Microsoft Word, we are going to see so many features. The very obvious feature we shall see is the page where we type. That is the white background here. This is where everything we type goes to. On the page we are going to see the insertion point. The position of the insertion point is where we begin to type. So now let's go to the ribbon. The ribbon holds almost all tools that we may need to format our documents, and I've used the red boundary to indicate it here. So as we can see, the ribbon with the red boundary. So all these features are part of the ribbon, and within the ribbon we can find the tabs. We have different tabs like the file tab, the home tab, insert tab, design tab, and many more. Now each tab comes with its own commands, and these commands are mostly related to the tab. So here we have the commands of the home tab, and I've used the green boundary to indicate them. So just like I said, the tabs comes with their own commands. So let's go see some of the commands of the other tabs. Like the insert tab, we can see the cover page command, blank page command, table. So all these commands are under the insert tab. When we go to the design tab, we are going to see different commands there, and they are mostly related to their tabs, because when we want to design our page or our document, we just come to the design tab and we are going to find different commands that we can use to design our page, like the page color, watermark, maybe page borders. Now when we go to the layout tab, we are going to see different commands there too. So here we can see the orientation of our page, breaks, the columns you want to have in your page, also the margins. If you want to select a different margin, you can do that there. So as we can see, the commands are mostly related to their tabs, and therefore if you want to do something, you first look at their tabs, then you go to their commands. Now we have the rulers as part of the features of Microsoft Word. We have the horizontal ruler and also the vertical ruler. Now these rulers are used to adjust the margins of our pages when creating our documents. So let me demonstrate how we can do that. So let me type something here. let's say so. Now let's try to change the margin of our page, and I want to change the left margin of my page. If I will go to the horizontal ruler and then click and hold, then I drag it to any direction I want to go. So I can set my margin here and it is not going to cause any problem. We can see that as we are typing, our margin would still be at where we set it. Now let's set the top margin too. For us to set the top margin, we have to go to the vertical ruler, and just like we did while setting the left margin, we click, hold, and then drag to wherever we want our margin to be, then we leave it there. So it's very simple. And as you can see, we can only type here, but we can't type within the margin. Now let's go to the scroll bar, which is this vertical line here. It is used to scroll up or down the page. So if maybe I have about 5 pages and I want to go down to the next page, I can just use the scroll bar to go down the page or move up the page. Now let's go back to the ribbon again. When we get to the ribbon, once again, we can see that each command has been placed into a specific group, and these groups are called the command groups. So here on the home tab, we are going to find the clipboard command group, the font command group, paragraph command group, styles command group, and editing command group. And just like how these commands are related to their tabs, they are also interrelated in their groups. So like the font command group, we can see that the font size, font style, the bold, italic, underline, and many other commands there are really interrelated. When we come to the paragraph group, we are going to see interrelated commands there, which allows us to format our paragraphing. Just like the home tab, the insert, design, and the other tabs also have command groups as well. So let's go and check out some of these command groups of the other tabs. So the insert tab have the pages, tables, illustrations, add-ins, media. When we go to the layout tab, we are going to find different command groups as well. Now let's go to the title bar, which hosts the quick access toolbar and also the title of our document and some other buttons like the maximize, minimize, and so on. So the title bar, just like I said, holds the title of our document. And here my title is document 1, and that's because I've not saved my document and because it's the first document I'm creating, Microsoft Word would automatically give me document 1 as my title, but I still have to save it with a specific name if I want to come back to it. Now when we go to the quick access toolbar, it helps us to put certain tools that we usually use there so that we don't have to go a long way to look for them when we want to use them. So here we can see that the save button is here, undo, redo. These are the default ones that are mostly there, but we can customize our quick access toolbar by clicking on the customize quick access toolbar and then adding new tools. So here we can add let's add the draw table. Now when we add it there, and maybe we want to draw a table, we don't need to go to insert and then table again to come and draw our table. No, we just have to go to the quick access toolbar and then click on draw table. Then we can draw our table. So here I'm drawing my table and it's not anything difficult. As you can see, I'm still drawing the table. So there are other tools that we can add, such as the new, which helps us to add new documents, open a new blank document, and many more. Now let's go to the right side of our title bar where we can find the Microsoft account. If you have logged into your Microsoft account, you are going to definitely find it there. And also we can find the ribbon display options, which allows us to hide our ribbon. When we come to the ribbon display options, we have the auto hide ribbon, which hides the whole ribbon, but we can still use the commands and tabs if we want to use them. Whenever we want to use them, we can still go for it. But after we are done and we go back to our page, it disappears again. Now we can as well show our tabs but hide our commands. And just like how the and just like how the auto hide ribbon works, the show tabs also makes the commands appear when you are ready to use the commands and take them back when you are no more using them. Now let's go to the third option, which is the show tabs and commands. This shows the whole ribbon. So here we can see that both the tabs and also the commands are shown here. Now let's go to the minimize button. The minimize button helps us to hide the whole Microsoft Word window. So it mostly hides it within the taskbar, and whenever we want to go back to it, we can still go and take it back at the taskbar. Now this is the restore down button. This just makes the window smaller, but we can still maximize it when we want to go back to it. So the difference between the minimize button and the restore down button is that the minimize button hides the whole window totally, but the restore down button does not hide the whole window, but it just minimizes the window. It makes the window a little bit smaller, so but you can still use your Microsoft Word when it's in that size. Now lastly, we have the close button, which we use to close our document. Now let's go down here. Here we can see the zoom, which allows us to make our document more visible or less visible by changing its size. You can zoom in to make it more visible, make it large, and you can also zoom out to make it small. Now here we can see some of the page layouts. Down here we have the read mode. We can set our pages to read mode, and if we had about 3 pages, we can just be using this arrow to flip through those pages as if we are flipping through a book. Or we can also go and use the print layout, which is the default layout of a Microsoft document. And then we also have the web layout, which presents our page as if it was a web page. So as you can see, it has widened up our page. So let's go back to our print layout, and let's go to the left bottom corner. Here we can see the word count, which counts the number of words in our document, and also the page count, which counts the number of pages in our document. So today I hope we have been able to learn so much about the features of a Microsoft Word. Thank you for journeying with us. Our next video is going to be on the File tab, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you get notified whenever new videos are uploaded.